DYBU
You've reached the Do Your Best Until podcast. I'm your host, Michael Vaughn Williams. The Do Your Best Until podcast is sponsored by Aquamatic Irrigation. If you live in Houston or surrounding area and need a lawn sprinkler system or lawn sprinkler system repairs, please visit www.aquamaticirrigation.net. In this episode, we will discuss the importance of observation as an important contributor to enjoying a happy and successful life. According to numerous sources, observation before action is crucial because it allows us to gather necessary information about a situation before taking any steps leading to more informed decisions, better problem solving, and a reduced risk of making mistakes by understanding the context and potential consequences of our actions. Essentially, seeing before acting helps us act effectively and appropriately. One impactful experience helped me to learn this at an early age. I lived in a small, safe neighborhood of approximately 330 homes. Our subdivision was surrounded by wooded areas on three sides. This provided ample opportunities for neighborhood children to safely explore, carve out campsites, build campfires, climb trees, and dream about the future. One of the big draws for many of the children who lived within a 2-block area of my home was a huge tree that was behind our house. We all called it the tree. It was a gathering place to discuss everything, invent swings, make climbing competitions, claim out territories on certain branches, and even figure out how to get wood to build a tree house. We all loved the tree. One Saturday morning, I went to the tree by myself. I climbed relatively high up in the tree and stared across the field that separated our neighborhood from the white neighborhood. I wondered how the people over there lived compared to the way we lived. I didn't dwell on it for long because another thought overtook my mind. It would be fun to explore the wooded area from the back of my house all the way to the school. I descended the tree and started walking through the trails and making new trails toward the school. I passed a few campsites along the way. I didn't stop because if other children saw me in their campsite without their permission, that could lead to a fight. Although our school complex was only 10 blocks from my home, it took me over an hour to reach the school through the woods. I passed the high school and walked to the elementary school grounds. It was covered with oak trees, and another area was a wide open space for children to run and play. I may have been in about the 4th or 5th grade, and I'm pretty sure I left home without permission that day. The space that caught my attention, though, was approximately 20 yards off the school grounds at the railroad tracks behind the school. I made my way through the thick, brushy area and stood next to the railroad tracks. While I stood on the track, I could hear and feel an approaching train. I quickly hid in the bushes. When the train engine passed by, I came out of the bushes, picked up some rocks, and threw them at the train. That was fun for a while, but as the rail cars continued to pass by, I noticed the space between the bottom of the rail cars and the railroad tracks. Suddenly, a thought popped into my head. It would be interesting to lie on my back between the two rails and see what the train looks like and feels like as it passes over me. Observation saved my life. Before I laid between the tracks, I chose to observe the next train to see if my idea was a good one. It's a good thing I did because what I observed allowed me to see it was a terrible idea. I heard a train approaching. As the engine passed, I saw the front of the engine was only inches above the rail. Had I made the decision to lie on the track to view the underside of the train before observing it, the outcome would not have been forgiving, to say the least. My life was spared because I chose to take time to observe the train before acting. That close call changed me forever. From that day forward, I was more deliberate in the choices I made, in observing people, things, and weighing potential consequences. This experience showed me that life is about making good choices, and taking time to be observant can lead to better choices. Now, not all decisions are life and death choices, but those choices may positively or negatively affect our lives, those we care about, and society. Observing potential hazards or obstacles beforehand can help us avoid dangerous or problematic situations. When making decisions, take time to review options and possible outcomes. Sometimes only observing part of a process is not good enough to improve the chances of a good outcome. Enjoy your life as you choose to be more deliberate in reviewing options and observing surroundings. But give yourself a break and do your best until you can do better.
Follow me on the Do Your Best Until podcast. I'm your host, Michael Vaughn Williams, signing off.